Lanzamiento, aquí viene un batazo de Mundito entre right center field, la bola pica, se extiende, viene anotando Stott, empata el juego, también manda para la bola Turner anota y los Phillies se van arriba. Se prepara, Mundito en segunda, el lanzamiento, batazo profundo para el center field, la bola se va, Schwarber Bob, ¡campanazo! Aquí viene el lanzamiento, swing y lo ponchó. Ponche de Alvarado, amigos.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Phillies Weekly. It's a pleasure to be here, Jeff and I, to be here with all of you. The Phillies, Jeff, 18-10 in the month of May, 18-9 in the month of June. We're up to 2-2 in the month of July, but that's still got a long way to go there. But this team have begun to play the Phillies baseball we expected them to play.
Yeah, Oscar, I mean, at this point, it's just win series, right? Just keep pace with the Braves. I know today was an opportunity for him because Aaron Nola probably pitched his best game of the season.
Yes.
I thought he was wonderful today. Just get that quick thought out there. But look, there were missed opportunities for sure. But you and I have talked about what they need at the deadline. You clearly saw that in the eighth inning. Left-handed reliever. There's someone in Reading that can help this team right now. We'll get into that in a bit.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And look, the reality is Nola has pitched 7 innings 3 times in the last 2 years, and today was one of them. I'll take 7 innings and 3 runs out of Nola any day of the week.
Any day.
We just didn't hit today. I mean, that's the bottom line. I mean, we didn't hit today. Avila has a good arm. I mean, a young guy has a good arm. But look, not every day is going to be a rosy day, and today wasn't the best of days for our hitting. But look, we have a tremendous lineup today of dreamers here. There you go. Nick Piccone, the front page guy in the Inquirer today. Nick, how you doing, brother?
Hanging in there. Ready for the All-Star
break. Come on, man. Front page of the Inquirer, hanging in there. I mean, like,
that's fun. That's
top of the world.
Good stuff.
Right look at that. The front page of the Inquirer.
Nick's probably like, I'd rather get paid by the Inquirer, but
they used a very good pitcher, so I'm happy about that.
Hey, look, that's good, man. That's good. I mean, I got to update the picture here for the podcast, but other than that, it's fine. I mean, I'm gonna talk to my friends at the Inquirer and see if I can get that picture. If you think it's a good one. Well, there's a guy here, Kyle Fisher. You're not in the front page, but you're in the second page, man. How you doing, brother?
Doing well, Oscar, Jeff, Nick, congratulations. Front page is always awesome of the sports section. Can't wait till I can join you there one day, hopefully, but awesome stuff for you, and awesome to be with you guys, man. It's been a little while. Took a little break because my wife had another baby, so got 2 little girls at home now.
What do you mean your wife? You didn't have a baby as well? I mean, it's just your wife doing all the work?
Yeah, she did the work. I'm just here to, I'm doing the work afterwards. That's the key.
Yeah,
right?
He's here for the support. Let him go.
Oh, my God. Incredible. My wife would tell you are doing number 1, number 2 as well. So just go get it. Hey, guys, first of all, I just wanted to give an update. I mean, as you know, there was a massive earthquake on June 24th in Venezuela. Look, it's devastating. I cannot thank everyone. Luzardo is on it. Alvarado is on it. There's a lot of players across Ovo MLB. Most of the team have done charity work around it. We cannot thank you enough. There's 637 humans missing. I mean, people under the rubble. There's about over 10,000 people in hospitals. Close to 400 buildings collapsed. 13 hospitals collapsed. I mean, and when I mean collapses, you're talking. I mean, if you see some of the images, I mean, there's buildings that could be 15, 20 floors up, just crumbling all the way to the ground. And I mean, I cannot thank enough all the countries, the U.S., there's people from Israel, there is people from Chile, from Mexico, Europe, I mean, all the European countries, from Germany, France. The other day, they were throwing drums that reflect heat in the buildings to see humans that are alive and still in the buildings. I mean, today is day 11, so the first 72 hours are the hours where you're going to get the most people. There's about 10,000 people that were under it that were able to get out, and they're safe now. But it's just a human tragedy, to be honest with you. This is, I mean, if you get to a number close to 40,000 people, it is really, really something to be a hold of. I mean, one of the worst catastrophes in the Americas that we've ever had. And I was born there. I mean, this is one of the most beautiful countries in the world. You see there the Angel Falls, where the movie Up was an inspiration behind it. You have beautiful mountains. You have a snow. You have the birds working. I mean, that's where I lived, right? For many years through my childhood until I was 18 that I came to the U.S. I mean, I got those birds waking me up in the morning, waiting for a banana or a seed to feed them. I mean, that's kind of how you wake up on one of the most beautiful beaches in the world. All that, I mean, the city of La Guaira, it's completely crumbled, and it is a sad story, but I just wanted to continue to give you an update on that. But again, thank you so much for your support, and your prayers are very, very important for the people of Venezuela. So thank you so much, guys. Look, let's be clear. This has not been, or the last 6 games have not been the best 6 games of the Phillies. We hit, and we've hit a lot. I mean, 7 runs, 8 runs, 10 runs, 1 run. We won 2 out of 4. Our pitching has been somehow concerning for the Phils over the last few days, and I'll show you some of the slides. So this is what's happened over the last few days. But look at the pitching. So you get Nola only pitching on Monday, 4 1/3, allowing 8 runs, and then you see Nola today with one of his better outings, 7 innings, 3 runs. I'll take that any day of the week. Sanchez, he's been incredible, and he will continue to be incredible. 7 innings, no runs, 3 hits, 9 strikeouts. Wheeler, with his shorter outing in I don't know how many years. I mean, that I've never seen an outing of Wheeler's that is 4 2/3. It would have been his 9th win of the year if he would have been allowed to get one more out at 104 pitches. I would have given it to the guy. I agree with him. He deserves it. I mean, Mattingly thought otherwise, but and then Rangel, only 4 innings. I mean, you cannot survive. This bullpen cannot survive with 4 1/3, 4 2/3, and 4 innings out of those guys. And that is a problem that you're facing right now. I mean, it's an overworked bullpen, and probably not the most efficient bullpen that we could have.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure at this time last season, the starting pitchers had the most innings pitched in baseball. I think they're now I have to look it up, but I think they're definitely in the teens, and that's not the Phillies, right? And I think this is the product of, like you said, Oscar, they're just not going deep in the games. They don't have a number 5 starter right now. Aaron Nola, you're getting what you can out of him. Today was awesome from Aaron Nola. You needed that. Jesus Luzardo last night, you needed that. You're going to have Christopher Sanchez tomorrow. You're assuming he's going to go deep. So it's going to stabilize a bit. But, man, did this team need Friday off in the worst way.
Yeah, and the last 2 outings, I mean, of 6 and 7 innings to give a breather to the bullpen, I probably would have been more aggressive at the end of this game. This game, we were losing by 1 run, and it could have been had, but Mattingly decided otherwise to go with some of the...
Do you think he was saving Kerkering for tomorrow because he pitched last night?
Look, when I see... You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I know what's going to happen today. I got Sanchez going tomorrow, and I know he's probably going to pitch 6, 7 innings. So if I have the opportunity to win a game, I probably would have been more aggressive than he was. But look, let's be candid with one another. Seth Johnson he hasn't proven anything yet. I mean, to be as reliable as we wanted.
And I think today was a trial, right? It's okay. It's not high leverage, but this is a leverage situation here. You got to keep the game at 3-2. Just
2 base on balls. I mean, what do you think, Kyle? What's your take on the week?
Yeah, I mean, it's you typically are winning games when 2 of the 3 areas, the offense, the starting pitching, or the bullpen, are working, and when 2 are stressing on each other, right? When you have those short outings from the starting pitching causing undue stress on the bullpen, you're really rubbing up against the possibility that 2 of those things aren't going to be going well, right? So even though the offense has had a really strong week and a half, maybe 2 weeks now, if the starting pitching is going to go 5 or less as often as they did this past week, that's when you run into trouble. It doesn't matter how good some of those arms are. And we know that Keller's missing at the moment. We know that some guys are still working their way back, either just coming back from injury or still working their way back. But you can only rely on those core guys so often. And, you don't want to overwork Duran early. You don't want to overwork Kerkering and Bolin early, even if those are guys who are going to tell you, I'm ready, give me the ball. Mattingly is looking down the road, very similar to what the former manager and Rob Thompson would do, right? He always looked for that balance and wanted to make sure, like, we're worried about October, not July. So it feels very much like when you're not attacking those games, what did he say a couple games ago where Mattingly said, you can only keep chasing the win for so long. I had to turn to someone else. And unfortunately, when you have short outings from the starting pitchers, you put yourself in a position where you have to make those decisions.
Look, you won only one of the 3 games where you had less than 5 innings. I mean, you only won one of those games, and it's because you hit, right? 10 runs is not what you're going to get every single day. So you were able to hit. You allow 6 runs in that game. The majority of those games you're going to lose them because the bullpen in the back is not holding up. I mean, outside of Duran and Kerkering, this bullpen is not as solid as we would ideally want to. Do they have the talent? Absolutely. I mean, I do believe Alvarado and Keller have the talent to be able to do it, but they haven't proven it this year, and Keller is hurt right now. So
that's what upsets me about this whole and
Banks. That's the other guy that we should mention.
And look, you guys are on X. You see it. I get tired of hearing Dave Dombrowski didn't fix the bullpen. No, he did fix the bullpen. It's not Dave Dombrowski's fault Brad Keller all of a sudden doesn't know how to throw a strike. It's not his fault Tanner Banks all of a sudden decided not to be Tanner Banks anymore. The mistake you could point to is maybe not have given Jose Alvarado the $9 million a year option for this year. But based on his track record, you give it to him. So this is the issue. Now they need a left-handed arm. And they probably need a right-handed arm in that bullpen unless Brad Keller somehow comes back. But his outing in Lehigh wasn't very promising last night.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be interesting. Painter, where we're gonna end up with Painter. Painter looked really good yesterday. I saw the game. I mean, I watched the game. I watched every pitch. His fastball looked sharper. Look, to me, I would not rush him. I don't think we should rush him, but they're sending Rangel down because they don't need him for now until the All-Star game. I mean, that's kind of the
they're going to go for bullpen game. Probably, I'm assuming it's going to be Wednesday. I got to look at the schedule. And
that's a challenge, Jeff. If 2 of your outings are short outings, you're going to put so much pressure on a bullpen that is the scary part of this whole equation here. So that's part of the dynamic. So let's look at the week. I mean, let's look at the week in context. So we are 3-3 this week. This team has played amazing over the last, 12 weeks? Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Over the last 10 weeks, I mean, this team have only lost 1 week. And we could tie 2. I don't know how we're going to handle tomorrow with Kansas City. I mean, is it a new week or whatever we want to do it? But look, this team has played amazing. And if you look at what is driving this team to take it up to the next level is our hitting more than our pitching. There were 3 weeks there against Boston, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Cleveland, San Diego, and LA that our pitching was really, really good. But outside of that, I mean, look at the last 10 weeks, how we've turned around the season, and our hitting has been a major component of this. I mean, look at the last 3 weeks, 7.3 runs, 5.6 runs this week, 5.6 runs. I mean, this team has begun to hit. And what I found amazing is last year we scored 4.44 runs during the first half of the year. In 2025, we went 55 and 41. We're at 447 right now, which is 17th in baseball.
This team did not hit for literally 2 months of the season.
Yes, it didn't. So suddenly you see, I mean, look at the numbers there starting in week 6, 4.8, 5.6, 4.8. Then we had 2 pretty bad weeks against the Cleveland, Cincinnati, San Diego, and LA. I mean, those were pretty bad weeks. But then the rest of the way, 533, 383, 733, above the 4 number that I always mention to you, that is the key number to win the week. If you score more than 4 runs and you allow less than 4 runs, you're gonna win 95% of the weeks. And right now, we're relying on our hitting more than our pitching to be able to win the weeks. And that's kind of where we are right now. Am I a little concerned? I would say yes. I trust the top 3. I mean, Luzardo has been pitching well. You saw yesterday. By the way, Kansas City Royals, they're not a very good hitting team. So let's start from there. But Luzardo looked really, really sharp yesterday. Not allowing a base on balls, striking out 9. I mean, you cannot ask more than that. I mean, he was truly amazing. But that's kind of where this team is. So we're in a really good position. We're 15 and 40, 10 above 500. We're 25 and 21 away at home, 25 and 19 away from home. Mattingly plus 20 again. We're including the game today. 19-11 last 30, 12-8 over last 20 games, 6-4 against the National League East. Now we're positive. We're about even on extra innings. And then this is one of the big numbers that's separating this team. This team is winning the 1-run games, and I would equal that to Joan Duran. Having Joan Duran on the back end of our bullpen is a massive help. The only negative thing here, I mean, outside of the 24 and 28, that's what you can do. Last week it was even. This week is slightly below because some of the teams that we have beaten are below 500. But against left-handed, we're up to 16 and 18. We looked a lot worse in the year. So, Nick, when you look at this, what is this story of the 2026 Phillies telling you?
I'm telling you, the bullpen kind of reminds me a little bit of the 2023 bullpen, where I felt like they were pitching every single game. You know, starters weren't going that deep into the game for the first part of the year. And then by the end of the year, you started seeing the bullpen falter a little bit. And then Kimbrel obviously did his thing in the playoffs, and he started out real strong in 23. So I kind of look at this season as being almost similar to that in terms of the bullpen, where you hope these guys, and I know they're not 100% healthy. So I understand that, but some of these guys have to step up. And that's the thing that bothers me the most. We haven't really seen somebody step up when we need them to, like Seth Johnson earlier today or something like that, where they just can't not allow a base runner somehow, whether it's a weak base hit or a walk. They can't give the offense that opportunity. If it's a 1-run game in the 9th inning, I have all the confidence in the world they could at least tie it up. But now that's a 3-run, and they looked, the hitting didn't look great at all today. So you just kind of maybe just say, okay, whatever, on to tomorrow. But I just hope the bullpen kind of once they're fully healthy, I feel like that could be the biggest strength of this team. As long as the starting, I don't have really an issue with starting pitching right now. I even if Luzardo has a bad game, Sanchez has a big game, Wheeler had the bad game earlier this week, that doesn't bother me as much as my trust in the bullpen.
Yeah. How about you, Kyle? Any thoughts as you look at this slide and just look at where we are as a team?
Yeah, it's kind of funny that you went to the bullpen as kind of the thing that worries you the most, Nick, whereas to me, the thing that jumps out is the 1-run games. To the fact that they have had struggles year in and year out with this bullpen, and they've tried to mix and match and bring in a lot of 1-year pieces. And obviously the Duran trade was huge. They swap out Strahm, bring in Bolin. They make the big money play for Keller, and not everybody's been healthy all at the same time. But we talked about Duran. It's not like every starter's going 8 innings in those 24 games, right? These guys in crunch time seem to have rose to the occasion and kept games close. The offense wasn't always hot. They had a really good record in 1-run games in April and the early part of May when they weren't on fire offensively. And it has looked a little bit rough lately. But Jeff, we've talked about this in the past, how one bad outing, especially early in the year, can make a reliever's numbers look grotesque for almost the entire season. Alvarado had a really good year 2 years ago, and his ERA was almost 4 for most of the season until late when he really turned it on in August and September because he had a couple blow-up outings early on. Now, obviously, he doesn't look the same. Meza did what he could early, but he hasn't looked the same. Banks doesn't look the same. We know those things, but to me, the ebbs and flows, they have rode them successfully. It is not easy to do. Look at the Mets, right? They dug themselves just as big of a hole as the Phillies have. And would you like to be a Mets fan right now if you're a Phillies fan? I don't think so. This
Kyle,
team
here's
has
the crazy,
shown the ability to ride the ebbs and flows of a season so far, and that's what you need to be successful in the bigs.
Kyle, here's a crazy Mets stat for you. I was watching Mets Braves today. Do you know Juan Soto and Francisco Lindor have only played 5 games together the whole season?
Yeah, Lindor was hurt for a long time, man.
Isn't that nuts? Like, so think of it this way: if the Phillies lost Kyle Schwarber or Bryce Harper, we'd be having a much different conversation tonight.
Right.
So here's our friend from Lo Bonito del Béisbol. These are my Spanish buddies here. He's there. They have a really nice page on Instagram. I mean, they do a great job. They're also on YouTube, Lo Bonito del Béisbol. So thank you, Christian. Hope you're doing well. There's an interesting question from Kevin, and we'll ask him at the right time. If the Phillies need a blockbuster trade, what would it be? So we'll answer that. I promise that we'll answer that as we go into our discussion further here. Here's kind of where this team is. When you look at, you can send us all your comments you want as you look at some of the questions, as you look at half of the season and kind of where the All-Star break. We'll talk about the All-Star game and some of the Phillies that made it and some that didn't, which makes me very, very mad, to be honest with you, who didn't make it to the All-Star game. Here's our record, right? We're 50-40. We had a very bad April. We recover in May after Mattingly took over, and May and June were incredible. 18-10, 18-9. Interesting. In May, we were driven by pitching. We had the 4th ERA, and our starting pitching was incredible during the month of May, including Andrew Painter. He had like 3 or 4 outings there that he looked really, really good. He was only pitching 5 innings, but he wouldn't allow maybe 1 run, no runs. And then in June, our hitting took over. I mean, it's hitting season. I mean, 566 runs per game, 2nd in all baseball, 4th in home runs. Look, for 2 straight months, I mean, we were 6th and 4th in home runs. So the home runs have not been the issue with this team. We know this team can hit home runs, and that's the other thing. When you go back here, look at, I mean, I'm going to go back for 1 second, if you don't mind. Look at this slide. So we win the game if we hit 3 runs. We hit 3 home runs. We won the game hitting 1 home. We lost the game hitting 3 home runs. We won the game hitting 1 home run. We win the game by hitting 3. No home runs. We lose the game 6-1. Then yesterday we hit 3 home runs and we win the game. No home runs today. We're 5-2. This team is too dependent on home runs. We know that. That's how this team is built. But it's the interesting dynamics of the 2026 Phillies. And look, as we go in and talk about blockbuster, I don't know if I don't see Dombrowski doing a blockbuster trade. I mean,
I don't either, honestly.
I would be shocked. I would be shocked. I mean, look,
I also didn't think the Sixers were going to get Jaylen Brown this week. So
wow, that was like, oh my, dude. I mean, it's like. By the way, what? Just give me a percentage, just one for the heck of it. What percentage probability you see LeBron coming to Philly? Just a percentage.
10.
Nick,
I thought the same exact thing.
Yeah, I was going to say 5%.
Oh, come on. I say 90, dude. Come on.
90.
You know what? I got excited 7 years ago, and then I like thought about it critically. I'm like, this is such a farce. He's going to the Lakers, and I'm glad I thought that way. I think even less now.
I think he's going to Cleveland. I mean, he's going back to his hometown and call it quits there.
I do too. That's right.
That's my guess. That is my guess. I mean, I don't like that team. Harden is, we know what Harden is. We experienced it here. Mitchell, and I mean, the Philly, I mean, the Sixers team. I wanted to make sure I wasn't talking about the Eagles or the Phillies. The Sixers have a really, really good team. I mean, if you add LeBron to that, it could be very interesting. It could be, even though I think there's going to be some clashes with Brown. Brown likes to speak his mind probably too much in my view. So that,
I
might be.
Brown's going to be really good for this team because he likes to speak his mind. But yeah, LeBron's he's an egotistical maniac. I'll call it. Like
it could get interesting. But in terms of talent, I think it would be a tremendous fit just from a basketball standpoint. Okay, so here we are. I mean, anything here, guys, that call your attention? I mean, the pitching has been up and down. I mean, let's do a deep dive. What is it about the pitching? I mean, what's in your opinion? Is it the 4th or 5th starter, or is more the back of the bullpen that Alvarado and Keller has not been reliable this year? What's your take? I mean, where will you give a bigger priority to? Jeff, let's start with you.
I really think there's two things. The starters are just not going deep in the games, period. I mean, Christopher Sanchez is. Jesus Luzardo is starting. Jesus Luzardo's been pitching great since like June 1st, by the way. We know what Zach Wheeler can do outside of his last start, which I think he got punished for and didn't make the All-Star game as a result of that. I'll get into that a little bit. But you're not getting anything from Aaron Nola outside of today. Your 5th starter is basically Alan Rangel. Everybody's like, Alan Rangel pitched well on Thursday. I'm like, you did? Like, it's 4 innings. That's not what you need right now. Like, I'm glad he kept them in the game, but you're just not getting the depth from the starters in terms of innings. And the middle relief is horrendous. Like, Seth Johnson today, Kyle Backus today. Like, they're not getting the job done. You're missing Tanner Banks. He's down in – well, actually now he's back. So, but, yeah, it's really tough for me to – you got to have the lead, and you got to get to Kerkering and Duran. I just don't know how you're going to do it.
Yeah, I think that for me, it's they need a somebody, whether it's an outside source or one of the existing left-handers, to step up. They have 2 guys that they can go to. I feel confident that they'll have a third when Keller's ready to come back that they can go to from that side. But when Alvarado's not pitching like you expected and Banks takes a huge step back, are you really going to rely on Tim Meza and Kyle Backus? They didn't expect to, so it would be unreasonable to think that those are the guys you're going to turn to this year. But I think that my bigger issue is specifically in the starting rotation. To answer your question, Oscar, it's because those guys have not been going deep. And we talked about Luzardo's been doing it recently, but he's been inconsistent to start the year. And you're overexposing these guys early, right? Some of your middle relief guys, like you mentioned, your Seth Johnsons, your Kyle Backus, whoever it is, those guys should be pitching few and far between in blowouts or when you need them, when you need to turn to them in the middle of a game, because it's impossible to expect a starter to go deep every single time out. But when you're consistently not going out, you are overexposing those guys and putting yourself in a hole. So I'm kind of taking the cop out and saying it's a compounding issue, but I think the issue starts with the fact that they are so used to these starters going deep over the last few years. And when your 5th starter struggles the way he did, gets sent down, he gets replaced with a guy who's only going 3 or 4 every time out. Nola is not the guy he once was as far as innings are concerned. And then you have the inconsistency of Luzardo. Hopefully he can take it the rest of the way how he's been pitching, but they expose themselves early. And when guys aren't delivering, kind of, Nick, as you mentioned, it really shows. And then, obviously the numbers look a lot worse because if you're in there for a third of an inning and you give up 3 runs, your ERA may never recover. So I think that it starts with that starting rotation, if you ask me.
How about you, Nick? Well, what's your take on this? And I'm going to go back here so you guys can see here. You can see it here. Here's the on the bottom right, you can see the Phillies. They're 17th in runs scored per game. We're 19th in OPS. We're 24th in strikeouts, 28th in base on balls, least amount of base on balls. So it talks about the lack of discipline when we're hitting, but we can hit for power. I mean, we're 5th in home runs. We're 12th in ERA, 10th starting pitching, and 15th relief pitching. So that's kind of where our numbers are in the season.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect encapsulation. If they don't homer, then they have a hard time winning games. And it's been like the same, it feels like the same thing year after year with this core. And, that in addition to like the bullpen questions right now with the guys not stepping up when we kind of need them to, those like that June where the offense was on fire, I don't see that sustaining itself either like the rest of the year. I feel like, the offense has the capability to look like that, but in spurts. And I think we've seen that, through the years, where I think the April numbers and the May numbers are more indicative of what this offense can be, or what this offense is, I should say, what it can be. I mean, that might just be like a surprise to us if they continue doing in July and August and September.
It feels like the last 3 weeks.
June.
It feels like the last 3 weeks are what they can be, and what they were the first 10, 11 weeks were probably what they are. I don't want to say what they are. I think they're a little bit better than that, but I think the starting pitching isn't going to be as bad as it's been.
Yeah, and I think that makes the starting pitching even more important. And I feel like this is like the type of philosophy the team has and Dave has, is like, we're going to win with our pitching. Like if we have enough good hitters in our lineup, they should be able to get the job done. Our pitching holds up and we win games. I mean, that's kind of how the regular season is built. Now, can they do it in the playoffs? That's the issue. I think people are looking forward to October already, and I'm still not ready to do that, but it's still in the back of my mind. It's like, can this offense do what they did in June in October, or like when the weather gets colder? And
I love the October people too, because it's the Eagles mentality, right? It's like just say you want football season to start.
So I do want cooler weather. I do want cooler weather.
So we can get into. I think a lot of people do.
Yeah.
So we can get into a deeper discussion. I mean, all the teams had finished their game except the Marlins. I'm not sure. I'll check if the Marlins won or lost. I mean, I haven't checked. They had a later game today. So MLB scores. Let's see here.
Everybody played at a different start time today, right?
Yeah, Marlins are on the top of the ninth. They're winning 8-5. They've been playing really good baseball. I mean, Look, give it to them. I mean, they're going to be 48, 49, and 42. They're going to be a game and a half out of the Phillies. So, hey, we have the Nationals in the same situation when they play us, and look where they are.
I didn't realize the Dodgers are 28 over 500, by the way. I have it on one of my TVs. I'm like, the Dodgers are 59 and 31. Where was I?
Yeah, they're here. They're here. I'll put that in a minute. But
there they are.
Yeah. So look, the reality is we're in a good spot. I feel comfortable with this team now. I mean, I did not feel comfortable in the beginning of the year. I was very, very concerned. You can see they're going to hit their way into the postseason. The fourth and fifth starter is a concern. The back of the bullpen, it's concerning. Can he bring one more arm? It's a possibility. Look, I think we should be okay. I mean, we're going to make the playoffs. I mean, when you look at context here, and I did not. This is as of yesterday. I did not have time to update it, but 59 and 31, the Dodgers are flying, and they're going to fly all the way to October. They have a 9-game. Or an 8-game advantage over us. So you can look at it in the context of that. The Brewers are playing great baseball. You know what happened to the Brewers when they played the Dodgers last year? They lost in 4 straight, not even close. They don't have the power hitting or the hitting to be able to keep up with the Dodgers. The Braves started great. Then they went to a massive slump in June. They've been playing better the last week.
They almost came back against the Mets today too.
They almost did. Somebody hit a grand slam. I forgot. I think it was Albies, the one that hit a grand slam.
It was Albies. All-star starter, Ozzy Albies.
Yeah, all-starter. I've been complaining because I think Brandon Lowe should be the all-star second baseman.
He should have been the all-star over Paul Skeens for Pittsburgh if you had to take one.
Yeah, Paul but it's not even that. The guy has more home runs. He has like 20 more RBIs and more home runs than Albies. I mean, come on, give me a break. Has like 20.
Man. It's a game for
20
the
and 60, Jeff. 20 and 60. I mean, the guy's playing unbelievable.
I know, but the fans don't know who he is. That's the sad part.
That's the sad part. That is the sad part. So, hey, Phillies are in a great spot at 50 and 39. They've been playing great baseball the last 2 months. I think we're going to continue to play great baseball. We got Mattingly as a manager now, and if you don't do your part, he's willing to sit you down, as we saw with Wheelers.
It is funny, like, this all happened, like, literally, like, hours after I talked to Mike Schmidt about Don Mattingly and how he said how much his players like him and how they like his no-nonsense approach, and he doesn't no-nonsense approach.
I mean, look, do you think Thompson would have allowed Wheeler to pitch one more out? I do believe he would have.
I think he would have too. But Don did that the other week.
3 batters before that?
Yeah.
Like he already had 2 outs. You tried to get out of the inning. You couldn't.
Yeah, game one more matter.
I get from a pride perspective, but like it's
not a pride perspective.
I love Zach Wheeler, but my whole thing is pitch better. And you don't have to worry about that.
Then it's not a worry. Exactly.
Look, to me, Zach Wheeler is the best player on this team in my view.
Sometimes
that guy has been incredible, man. That guy has been unbelievable for us.
Do you have Zach Wheeler over Christopher Sanchez if we go pound for pound best player on the team?
Sure.
I think I go Christopher.
I mean, the thing is, look, I go for what Wheeler has done over the last 5 years. I mean, there's not a better pitcher in baseball the last 5 years than Zach Wheeler. Simple as that. 9-1. 9-1 with a 2.36 ERA.
Yeah. But we were going right now. I think it's Christopher. I just think Christopher's on our planet right now.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'll take Wheeler. I mean, if you ask me, I have a game 7 tomorrow that I gotta win. I'll take Zach Wheeler over anybody.
Here's one for you. If it's game 1, I go Zach Wheeler. If it's game 2, I go Christopher Sanchez.
Game 7, who do you take?
I'm going
Christopher Sanchez. I'm going Christopher.
How about you, Nick?
In 2026, Sanchez.
Okay. How about you guys? Why don't you tell us who you go?
Wheeler.
Just
before
either
injury,
Wheeler. Type your name in the chat. Type your name, Wheeler, Wheeler or Sanchez. Who goes in? No. But let's see. Game 7 of the World Series. You have one game to win. They have equal amount of rest. Who do you start? Zach Wheeler or Christopher Sanchez?
Split them up.
How about both of them? How about they both pitch?
I mean, I would have done that.
Piggyback.
I start Wheeler, man. I start Wheeler. Wheeler reminds me of so much like Smoltz and some of those guys that are Bulldogs, man. They just find a way.
Splitting hairs here, guys. Like you're talking about 2 of the top 10 pitchers in baseball. You can't
exactly.
Neither answer is wrong.
No, exactly. Like no one's wrong here. This is actually a fun debate. Like I probably would pitch both of them, but look, in 2023, I had the guy I wanted to pitch in the game 7, Ranger Suarez, and that was like the one time.
No, don't kill me with Ranger, man. Game one, 7th and 8th inning. I mean, that was a crime that Chris.
Also, All-Star Ranger Suarez will pitch his first game back at Citizens Bank Park. That's awesome.
No way, dude. No way. I bet you he gets a standing ovation, dude. That dude. That was special, dude.
No, he will. Like, because he should be back here. We all know that.
It is a sad story. By the way, they just delayed. For those of you that wants to listen to a soccer match in Spanish, broadcast by you. I mean, we're gonna be doing it now. It got delayed to 9 p.m. So
really,
they just delayed it. They got a rain delay. But by the way, just to give you a perspective, is England against Mexico. So it's for Mexico. This is the game of the century for them.
Oh yeah.
Last night, listen to this. The English team selected. They had reservations in 7 different hotels because they wanted to keep the fans from Mexico away. Each fan went with bazookas, man, throwing fireworks.
Who's done more whining over the last 48 hours? Has it been England? Has it been Belgium? Or has it been Bosnia? Or the U.S.?
Yeah. Well,
let's add the U.S. into this. Everybody's been crying.
Look, the rules are the rules. The guy from the U.S. got a red card. He does not play the next game. But apparently the FIFA got I don't know, arm tackle or whatever it is, and they're allowing him to play.
Remember, FIFA once rescinded Cristiano Ronaldo red card for the World Cup. So this is unprecedented, by the way.
There is a precedent.
This is unprecedented. They changed the rules.
No, they did it for Cristiano Ronaldo years ago. Years ago they did it.
Oh, man. Come on, dude. But the funny part, listen to this. The funny part, they're playing in Mexico City at the Azteca Stadium. There's like 90,000 people in that thing. Last night, they were hunting where the English team was staying at the hotel to throw bazookas with fireworks and with mics and screaming all the way to 3 a.m. in the morning.
Kyle, how was the game yesterday?
Oh, it was incredible, man. Those French fans, they know how to get after it. I'll tell you what. If you haven't seen it on my Twitter, I have a video of the fans. It's like an hour after the match was over. They're still in the Link or Philadelphia Stadium, excuse me. and they are partying like the game is about to start, and it's been over for an hour.
That game was
absolutely
awesome,
insane.
by the way. Like all the extracurricular activities that was going on, and
right,
like, just like the way
got real
Power
physical
and stuff. Yeah, Gillen and Mbappe is basically calling them out, like say, "Hey, look, that's not how we play soccer." And like, if you heard the post game stuff on from the Fox crew, I'm like, oh my god! Like, I mean, it was already intense. I wasn't even there, and I thought that game was intense.
It's crazy because
sorry,
it's crazy that game had to end on a PK because that game was so strongly contested throughout. The physicality was awesome. The energy was awesome. It's a shame that that's the way it went, but when you have Mbappe, you're going to win games.
Sorry, I had to take a picture of the lineups. They have the lineups up there going.
I feel like I went to the weakest game in Philly in the World Cup, Ivory Coast and Curacao, but I don't care. It was a World Cup game. It was still awesome. Like the crowd was still into it, even though but it definitely wasn't at the level of the last two games that were there. That was just nuts.
So the interesting thing about this chart, going back into this, because we're going to talk about the All-Star game. There are 10 teams, or you could call 7 teams that can make the playoffs. That you could, even though, I mean, I'll tell you in a minute. So to me, you got Philly, Cubs, Cards, Marlins, Nationals, Pirates, and D-backs, that they're all within 4 games to make the playoffs. So
look
they're
how
all
far
within.
The Padres fell since our last show.
The Padres are in trouble. I mean, the Padres are in deep trouble. A lot of their pitchers, Darvish and what's the other guy, the right-handed guy who's always hurt? Forgot his name. Musgrove. Musgrove has been hurt all year. I mean, so they don't have enough depth.
Oscar, our team, by the way, they're running out of time. Our team, the Reds. We keep saying they're going to be in this, but
that's the other thing that I was telling you. To me, the Reds are a very good team. I mean, on paper, they just haven't. Pagan just came back for them, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Again, this is as of yesterday. I do believe the Reds won today. I do believe, but
they have to jump a lot of teams right now.
Yeah, they won. They beat the Orioles 3-2. Lodolo had a great game, and Pagan finally is back. His 7th save of the year. I like that team. I think that team could surprise a few. I do believe the Phillies, the Cubs, the Dodgers, the Brewers, and the Braves are making it. That last spot is the one that is going to be interesting. I don't think the Cardinals hold up. I don't think they have enough pitching. They let go of Sonny Gray. Sonny Gray is having an unbelievable year for the Red Sox. I mean, so it's a mistake. The Marlins, my gut tells me that they're going to run out of steam. The same thing with the Nationals. Look, it'll be interesting. To me, it's a race for that last spot. It's going to be very, very interesting.
My bold prediction, I don't even want to call it bold because I don't even think it's bold at this point, but I think the Phillies will not have to worry about a first-round bye this year.
Yeah, probably. I mean, probably 3 games. It's 3 games.
They're 6 back. They're 6 back of the Brewers. I just don't see them catching the Dodgers or the Brewers.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. I mean, we're in 3rd place. We also.
I think they're either going to be 3rd or 4th when this.
I agree. I agree with that. 3rd or 4th
they'll be the home team in the wild card series. That's what I think.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense that we're going to be playing here. It's going to be interesting who we play. So. So going now, these are the projections right now. Braves 91-71. Phillies, the FanGraph projections 90-72. Difference of 1 game. That's what you're saying, Jeff. 3rd or 4th. In the 3rd or 4th, there it is.
That's what I think it's going to be. They're either going to be hosting a wild card series or hosting the wild card series.
Marlins 82-80, and then the Mets sayonara. I mean, they're done. I mean, the Mets are done. Winning the East 61, now we're at 36. So they brought the Braves from over 80 to 36%, making the playoff 95, 89, 30. Interesting number for the Marlins.
I can't get over the whole win the World Series thing. It's better than the Braves right now.
Hey, the Mets have a 0.1%.
You know why they have a 0.1% chance? Because they haven't been eliminated officially yet.
Mathematically, yeah, they haven't been eliminated. And interesting, the Phillies took over the Braves for the percentage of winning the World Series, 7.3 to 6.7. I can't get over it.
I can't get over that. I can't. It's funny.
Come on. I mean, it's funny. It is what it is. Hey, let me put a comment here from one of our dear friends, There you go. Look at this. Maybe Dombrowski didn't do a good job in the winter as we thought in adding depth.
You know what? He criticizes Dombrowski all the time.
I have to just disagree with that statement flat out.
I do too.
They added the most changes that they made were in the bullpen.
Yeah.
They evolved the identity of that group.
I
guys
think
on the field aren't delivering. The same reason that Rob Thompson got fired. It wasn't Rob Thompson's fault that the team started out 9-9.
Let me tell you where I agree with him.
The field didn't deliver.
Let me here it is. I think he's missing the word quality depth because I don't think. I mean, bringing.
But are you really gonna spend money on a fifth or sixth inning guy when you know your starters are going 6 all the time?
Well, but they're not.
But if they pitched like they did last year, you're telling me that this wouldn't be an elite bullpen? They were projected to have the second best WAR behind the Padres bullpen. Yeah. You're telling me Duran, Keller the way he pitched last year, Kirkring the way he pitched last year, Alvarado the way he pitched last year, Banks the way he pitched last year.
Yeah, that's your fine.
Yeah, but they didn't. But they're not.
But how can you predict that? That's what I'm saying. Is that
right? Like. You don't know that those guys aren't going to go out and deliver.
Yeah,
you assume that they are when you bring them in.
They
did do a good job of adding depth to the bullpen.
That's fair.
Those guys are
just not delivering. Is it the Phillies' fault they added an $11 million reliever to pitch the 8th inning and he hasn't been good?
Yeah, fair point. Let's get to the All-Star and then we go to what do we need to add. So, look, I cannot be more happy that Brandon March making it to the All-Star game and the fans voting for him to be a starter, man. If there's a guy that have given his heart and soul to this team this entire year, his name is Brandon March. That guy, I mean, let me put it this way. There's not a nicer guy and a team guy that gives everything for the team, that is fun. I mean, than this guy. I love the fact that he's gonna be starter in the All-Star game. Plain and simple.
I love how the fans voted him in. Like, that was the one I wanted to see the fans vote. Because I don't know if he makes it if the fans don't. I thought he would have gotten slighted.
Absolutely. I love that Harper and Schwarber, they both deserve to be in it. I found it there are various ways.
Do we like that he was the Legends pick?
Hey, boy, hey, here you go. There are various ways to make it to the All-Star game. One is through fan voting. The other one is through players voting. The other one is that the commissioner, there's a third way, which is if your team does not have a representative, MLB will select a player from your team. And like the Orioles got Rauchman. None of the Orioles were going to make the team.
Yeah, that was their only player, right?
Yeah, and Ben Rice, and the MLB selected Ben Rice as one of the last guys. I mean, Ben Rice has been incredible for the Yankees this year.
It's very hard to make it at first bases. Yeah, we all know with Ryan Howard. Look how many times Ryan Howard didn't make the All-Star game, and he had All-Star worthy seasons. And look, I think Bryce Harper's worthy of an All-Star. And I'm glad Manfred did this because you had to have Bryce Harper in this game.
But it's amazing, and that's the last way. The commissioner selects a legend. By the way, Harper is 33 years old.
He is a legend,
freaking legend, dude.
He is a legend. Yeah, at least it wasn't as bad as like him putting Pujols in when he's hitting under 200 because it was going to be his last year.
I mean, it looks ugly, dude. To me, it looked ugly. I mean, again, I love the fact that Harper was selected. Let me put it this way. If I put the numbers of Bryce Harper next to Freeman and to the Braves one, what's the name?
And Olsen.
Bryce Harper has better numbers than those guys.
He does.
Absolutely. 100%. I mean, look, I have them here. Harper has 20 home runs, 57 RBIs. Let me see where Olsen is. Even Sal Stewart, I mean, probably has better numbers than Freddie Freeman this year. Sal Stewart.
I think it all comes back. I think it all comes down to fans do not like Bryce Harper around the league, and players do not like Bryce Harper around the league. Period. Actually,
Freeman tie Harper with 892 OPS for both. Olsen has an 872, so he's 20 points below. But Freeman has 15 home runs, 49 RBIs. 15 home runs, 49 RBIs. Harper has 20 home runs, 57 RBIs. I mean, it's like
Bryce Harper deserved to go on merit. I mean, 10 years from now, no one's going to give a crap if he was a Legends pick.
Yeah, I agree 100%. So Harper deserves to make it to the All-Star. I agree, but I'm glad he made it to the All-Star because he deserves it. And Schwarber is Schwarber, man. Schwarber is the best DH in baseball. I mean,
all right. Now I got to ask you guys: do we think it was an olive branch after what happened last year? Because there's some really excruciating details over what happened in that clubhouse meeting last year.
That's why I found it amazing that he selected him. I mean, he's throwing like the white flag. I mean, when you're going to get into a massive fight with the players.
I mean, this thing was more than what was reported, by the way.
It's a business decision.
Yeah.
Bryce Harper is the face of the Phillies. He is the face of Philadelphia. The game is in Philadelphia. That is Bryce Harper's ballpark. I know it's not the building that he built, but it's the building that he fills every single day. He deserved to be in the game. If his numbers were like they were last year, again, a down season by his stellar standard, maybe you could be upset about it. It was a no-brainer. You put the guy who represents the city and the team so well in the game, especially when he's having a great season.
You know who has better numbers than Freddie Freeman? Luis Garcia. He has 19 home runs and 64 RBIs.
But here's the thing. This is where this game is for the fans, and the fans voted Freddie Freeman in. So I can't argue it. I can't.
I thought it was interesting that
Fukudome start All-Star games.
I thought it was interesting that the players. So obviously Shohei won the DH vote from the fans. The players gave Schwarber more votes at DH than
was very
Ohtani. I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah, but again, Shohei Ohtani's got the Japan backing.
Shohei Ohtani should just be in by default every year. If he's healthy at the All-Star game, you put him in. I mean, he's just too good.
You know what? I gotta give Mets fans a shout out here. Juan Soto getting into that game. That's very hard to with their season. I'm surprised they voted anybody in. I gotta give them their due.
Yeah, look, the other thing is Christopher Sanchez. I mean, everybody's saying that Mazeroski is going to be pitching a couple of days before the All-Star game, which will be Sunday. I mean, if that is the case, Christopher Sanchez could start the All-Star game. There's nothing that would make me happier than that.
I'm hearing from the grapevine here. It does look like Christopher Sanchez is going to line up as the.
Yeah. Ohtani is not going to pitch. That's what I'm hearing.
That's what Dave Roberts is pretty much saying too. He's not going to be.
So if Ohtani is not pitching and Mazeroski is not pitching, Christopher Sanchez is a starter. By the way, in my book, not having Zach Wheeler there is a crime, and I'm going to show you the facts. Okay,
I do think Zach is going to go though. I do
believe, but he deserves to be voted in.
I agree with you. But
I'll put it in an order. Wheeler, Roboski with the Dodgers, and Ashcraft deserve to be in the All-Star game ahead of Skeen and Webb. Skeen is 6-8 with a 3.62 ERA. Webb is 5-6 with a 3.66 ERA. Wheeler is 8-1. He should be 9-1 in my book, but
yeah. So these are the two things.
With a 2.36, Jeff, 2.36.
No, but I'm gonna add to your point here. So Skeen shouldn't be going, and Brandon Lau should be going. That should have been the Pirates representative. If we're going to do this, and the Giants got 2 reps, they should only got 1. Logan Webb should not be the one.
Absolutely. Arraez is there.
There's where the Wheeler thing came in. Yeah,
Arraez is there. So you don't need a Giant representative there because you got Luis Arraez in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
I mean,
guys,
to me,
don't forget
it's a crime.
Skeens, if he never had to face the Phillies, will be 6-6 with like a 2.7 ERA. So maybe he does deserve, just because the Phillies kind of dinged him up there a little bit.
And I also think this comes back to everybody knows who Paul Skeens is. Everybody knows who Logan Webb is because they pitched for the Team USA in the World Baseball Classic. There are no names. And like Jacob Mazeroski last year, like no one knew who he was until he actually got picked to go to the All-Star game after like 5 games.
Amazing. So, look, to me, is a complete crime. I mean, I had a list here of guys that deserve Brandon Lowe, the other Ashcraft. I mean, you look at Robleski numbers, guys. Look at Robleski numbers. The guy's 10-2 with a 2.80 ERA. How in the world can that guy not be in the All-Star game?
You know what's crazy to me? Like the Phillies and Dodgers both had 5, and I felt like they should have had more. And how did the Brewers only get 2? I don't understand that.
It's like you said, it's a fan vote. Nobody pays attention to them. They have a whole lot of not stars on that team.
Yeah.
Look, if it was me, Zach Wheeler is starting the All-Star game. What that guy has done for coming back from I mean, he lost a rib, guys. He lost a rib. And here's this guy.
He has that rib.
Going to a 9-1. Yes, Mattingly, 9-1 with a 2.36 ERA. I mean, come on, guys. Give me a break. And
I asked Zach Wheeler a month ago. Was it a month ago? Nah, it was maybe a couple weeks ago. Because he always told me, like, he lost 10 pounds. He lost 15 pounds from this. He had trouble getting it back. And I asked him after a game one time. I said, did you ever get it back? And he goes, you know what? I don't know because I haven't weighed myself. But he said, I don't think he has.
I don't think they wanted to give the Phillies 6 representative. As you see there, we got 5 together, of course, with the darlings, right? The Dodgers.
So I almost really kind of kicked the hornet's nest last night because people were saying,
"Hey, Jeff, you always do, dude." I mean,
no, but I really almost did it because there's a certain Philadelphia media personality that I like a lot. That everybody was saying these guys are token guys. These guys are token guys. I go, I hate to tell you this. I was in 1996. Ricky Pitalico was your token guy. The Phillies wouldn't have had an all-star that year, and they hosted the game.
Look, bottom line, the Phillies have 5, hopefully 6. I mean, with Wheeler, they ask him to come in. Some of these guys decide not to take a rest. They decide to take a rest. So they're going to be movement, but I go back again. Zach Wheeler deserves to make the 2026 All-Star, and I let the numbers do the talking. Go ahead,
Nick. Screw Game 7 Who you got in the All-Star game? Wheeler or Sanchez?
Wheeler.
None. I don't want him pitching.
I tell you, Wheeler, man. I'm a Wheeler fan. I mean,
in this game, I don't care if the fans want to see the Johan Duran light show. I don't want him pitching.
Oh, you imagine? Oh, they're bringing Durant to close the game with
just think about this for a second. That's like
the whole show.
You know it's going to happen.
Yeah. Oh my!
It doesn't matter what the score is. He's coming in, and they're doing the light show. You know it's happening.
Guy, I got a funny story for you.
It might be for one batter.
You know, the maddest I've ever gotten watching a baseball game was an All-Star game because of Brad Lynch going up and down and getting hot. The entire 2008 All-Star game, like, he's having this wonderful season, and they're ruining for him. Like, here it is. And that was the one save he blew, I think, the whole year. It was in the All-Star game.
I'm glad he did. And I'm glad he got it out of the way. Got it out of the way. Because they got out of the way. Because they lost home field advantage and they were able to win in 5 games at home instead of on the road.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, when they won Game 1 that year, I felt so much better about their chances of winning the World Series. Yeah.
Didn't every round go that way? They won Game 1, lost Game 2, and like against the Brewers, the Dodgers.
Yeah, it did. Every round went that. No. The Dodgers series, they won the first 2. They remember Game 3 was the game where Hiroki Kuroda threw at Victorino, and Victorino said, "If you're gonna throw my ribs, not my head."
Yeah.
That was awesome.
By the way, I won this game tied. I won this decided in the home run derby, and Schwarber calling a game again. That's what I want to see.
That would be fun. By the way, I enjoyed that last year.
That was awesome, man. That was awesome. I mean, it was the most exciting. That was even more exciting than the home run derby. By the way, the home run derby changed. Now there's set number of throws that you're gonna get, so it's gonna get interesting. Players of the month.
Who's going to the home run derby? Is anybody going?
I'm not.
I'm going as a member of the media.
Do you think you're gonna enjoy it, like the derby itself, or do you think you'll enjoy the game more? The All-Star game.
I'm taking my son to the game, so I'll enjoy it for that reason.
Yeah. I'm taking my dad, so I'm not working as a member of the media for that.
I'm down in Florida working, so I can go. So I'm sorry, I can go. Yeah, but I love to go, but I'm down here.
I said this. My dad's 70. It's going to be his last All-Star game. I was too young in '96, so this is like our father-son time. So that's going to be fun going to the All-Star game together.
So reliever of the month. Duran won it. All the credit in the world. This guy has been amazing for us with 9 saves and on 1.64 ERA. Amazing work. Here's my boy. I told you this guy.
Oscar, you and I have been saying this since day one.
No.
Day one.
I knew it before this guy even signed with the Phillies, dude. I knew who this guy was.
Them to trade them. They're crazy.
18 home runs in the derby in Venezuela against Acuna, against Suarez, and all the big hitters. This guy is going to be a superstar. Get ready. Fasten your seatbelts. He's
Do not trade this man. Do not.
This man is untouchable. He can run. He's a 5'5" 5'2" player. He can do everything and then some. First month of professional baseball for this kid. He's special.
Too good for this league. He is.
I met his parents at the Baseball World Classic.
Already. Yeah.
I met his parents at the World Baseball Classic. I'm going to be seeing them when they come to Philly to see him. Look, this guy is going to be really, really special. And then, Jeff, you want to talk to us about who the pitcher of the month is?
Oh, Marty Gare. You know what? I haven't, beyond it. Honestly, I watched a lot of minor league baseball. I've never seen him pitch yet. I don't get to watch a lot.
You've seen Marcus pitch, huh? You've seen Marcus pitch again.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. But no, it was funny. Like, so when he won pitcher of the month, I'm like, oh, like I had to look up and see what he did because like Jersey. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention. Jersey Shore has been atrocious. They're like 23, 24 games under 500.
It doesn't matter as long as they're bringing the prospects. I'll take them. I mean,
you know who I like to watch at Clearwater? Farabus. He's a really good player.
Yes, and I love
He's
this
another
kid
guy
Marcus.
I hope they'll trade.
This kid Marcus looks like the real deal, so hopefully he'll continue growing. Let's talk about this. This I found interesting. So Brian De La Cruz had a clause in his contract that unless he was signed to a major league contract, he would leave the team. So they had to sign him to a major league contract, keep him in AAA. These are his numbers in AAA this year. 254. He's shown power, 12 home runs and 51 RBIs.
He had a good June. He had a very good June.
He had a very good June with a 769 OPS. I think this is insurance. This is what it is.
Yeah,
what I was surprised about is Gene Cabrera, which came up and 3 years ago was the minor league pitcher of the year for the Phillies. I remember interviewing him at Citizens Bank Park. Look, he started this year really bad, 3-6 with a 9.10 ERA, and they decided that he doesn't deserve to be in the 40-man roster, and they let him go.
He started the spring breakout game this year. Like, ever since the year started, he's been terrible. He was terrible in Reading. I saw him a couple times, and he got sent down, and I'm like, what is wrong with him? Like, something was off the entire season. I love to find out what it was.
Those are his career numbers, 25 and 33. Let me send something here.
Also, there's been a lot of misinformation out there with Dante Nori right now. A lot of people were like, oh, it was supposed to be 7 days. No, it wasn't. Like, Dante Nori injured his hamstring. I don't even think he's running yet. It's been a month. He might be out a bit.
If it's a tier, I mean, that's where things get a little
that's
crazy.
The thing. That's what I don't know. Like, it's kind of like the Aidan Miller thing. You just don't know. Like it's, but I know it was never going to be a 7-day injury.
Yeah, I think. Look, it's interesting. Anything new on Aidan Miller that we know, or no idea?
I mean, he's just trying to work his way back. I know the plan is the last week of July, first week of August. It's been really quiet on that front.
To start swinging a bit.
I'll tell you what, if Dave Dombrowski makes himself available, I'd be asking about Aidan Miller. I'd ask him about Aidan Miller and Dante Nori. They're the two.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It's sad that Nori, which had such a great World Baseball Classic, that he's going to have a shortened season. But look, it
wasn't like he was tearing the cover off the ball in Reading. I mean, he was fine. But I think this leg injury was bothering him a lot more. Like he had an elbow. Was it an elbow injury? I'm trying to remember. It was with his arm. He had an arm injury early in the year, and it was affecting his ability to throw. So he was playing DH, and they had him in left field to ease him in. And he was starting to find his groove a little bit, especially still in the bases. And then he had that injury about a month ago. About maybe a month, 5 weeks ago, and really hasn't been. That's why Pedro Leon's down in Reading right now. They just need outfielders.
So here's the big question here. Tommy Pham signed a couple weeks ago. He goes down to the low minors, have a few at bats, and now they bring him back to the Iron Pigs in AAA. I saw him swinging yesterday. Nothing special. He's 38 years old. I think he struck out 3 times or something like that. By the way,
he struck out 3 times yesterday.
Regis has struck out 4. Regis struck out 4 times. I said, "What's going on, Regis?" I'm watching your game.
That was one of the rare Reyes games where he didn't do anything.
And this guy's tearing the ball apart. But yesterday, by the way, the guy that was pitching, I think his name was it Peralta? I think it's Peralta. The name of he's a Nationals pitcher. He looked really, really good.
Yeah,
I mean, he looked really, really good.
By the way, Also, Otto Kemp's kind of selling in Lehigh right now.
Otto Kemp, what was that?
He's kind of selling in Lehigh right now. I don't think he's going to come up or anything, but you see why Don Mattingly wants to give these guys every day at bats.
Yeah. So here's the question before we go in there. Let's look at Andrew Painter here. So this is what Andrew Painter did, and then we'll ask the question is, what would we do at the trading deadline? So Andrew Painter, 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, no base on balls, which is huge. He had 3 in 4 innings last time out, 6 strikeouts. Again, each team is different. This was against the Rochester, and it was away, which is even more impressive. 69 pitches, 48 of them were strikes, 10 whiffs, as he had the previous time, but he did it in 6 innings. So it was very, very interesting. Now, the question is, guys, Jeff, let's start with you. What would you do? If you have a magic wand, what would you do?
With Painter, I'd still give him a couple more starts. He's going to have another start before the All-Star break. I think he's going to make one more probably after that break because they're going to give him a little bit of reset. Because remember, AAA and AA go on All-Star breaks too when the Major League team does. So I don't think this team is going to need him until late July. So he's probably going to get maybe 2-3 more starts. 2
more starts. Let's see. Look, if he has 2 starts like this in AAA, then you gotta consider bringing him back.
Yeah. If he pitches like he pitched yesterday for 2 more starts, I think he has to come back up.
Yeah. It's still, he looked a little raw. His fastball still doesn't look as. I just don't think he has the command and the confidence.
They're trying to simplify things for him. To my understanding, they had him learn so many pitches. He knows like 7 or 8 pitches, and they really
here are the pitches. Here are the pitches below. You see them there. 4-seamer. The slider, splitter.
Did you notice last night? Did you notice last night it was 4-seamer, sinker, slider, and the changeup?
Yeah, and I saw
and he had the curve last night, but he didn't throw it as often as he used to.
Yeah, not. But look, his fastball is the key to the command. So, what would you do at the trading deadline, Jeff?
What would I do? They need a left-handed reliever in the worst way. I think I said that.
Okay, so left-hander, late inning. Left-handed reliever?
If they can get one, I wouldn't be against it.
How about you, Nick?
I'm still looking for a bat, right-handed bat.
I'm with Nick on that too.
I kind of think that maybe has passed at this point, but maybe Dave will surprise me.
I'm with him on that. I hope they don't move Alex McFarland, but they probably will. I will say that I think he's straight bait. If I'm going to be honest, I think he's straight bait, but I think they need him.
So what would you do, Kyle?
Yeah, I think that a bat is still the priority. I always go back to that 08 to 11 run. They out-hit everybody the year they won the World Series, and when they focused on pitching, they lost.
Yeah.
Right? And I know that you have strong pitching already, but your problem has not been your pitching.
Do you guys remember in 08? Do you guys remember in 08? I kind of wish I was older and covering the Phillies in 08, but I strictly remember them going after Matt Holliday in 08, and they didn't get him. But I remember that was a thing. It was, let's try to get this guy and really load up here and just load up on our bats in the World Series. And it turned out they didn't really need him.
And instead, they got absolute slugger Joe Blanton.
Yeah,
Joe Blanton was their big move, and they needed Joe Blanton.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. I do believe we need a bat. In the worst way. Rincones have looked good the last two games. I do believe we're missing an outfielder. Yeah. I don't care if it is lefty, righty, on base. Yeah. You need guys that get on base. I want an on-base machine, somebody that can get on base, that can ideally run, so we can have Schwarber, Harper, and March, Oscar, bringing them in.
Yeah, what was that? To your point, they're one of the leaders in runners in scoring position and batting average. So that's why you need guys to get on base.
But we're the worst. We're the worst team getting on base, and that's part of the problem. So here's the last slide. So I do believe. So I think we're all in a consensus. The ideal scenario for Dave would be a late inning reliever. You said lefty. I don't care if he's lefty or righty. I just want we want one more arm that could be dependable, that you can use in a 6th, 7th, or 8th.
I'm thinking what Phillies and Eagles throwbacks just posted on here. Like, I hope they don't trade Alex McFarland because I'm with it. I'm with them on that. I think they're going to, but I hope they don't because I think he can help them. I think he can help them like Kerkering helped them.
Yeah, he could be a trade. I mean, he could be a trade, even though you don't know how he's going to react.
The guy just threw 102 last night and threw 8 pitches over 100 miles per hour.
Hey, like, we got a Miller here then. I mean, a guy like Miller.
Double-A baseball or not, you keep a guy like that.
And the other thing is a bat. So next week we won't have the show because it's the All-Star game, and we're going to be going into the Future Stars and
Futures games next Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm
Gabe Woods, and who else is going to be there, Jeff? Who else is going to be there?
Juan Hee Pan, who's also in Reading. I was kind of shocked he got picked, but I'm happy for Gage Wood.
Yeah, he's healthy, so that's the reason. So here's the last slide. I mean, and it's basically what's coming up, just so we could be ready, and then we'll close the show after that. So we see here that we have Kansas City one more game. We got Sanchez going against Cameron. Then we have Cincinnati Reds. We got Wheeler question mark, which is the bullpen game that we talked about. Burns against Burns, which is a monster, Chase Burns. Then Cincinnati, we got Luzardo against Singer, and then we play the last 3 games in Detroit. So we're going to be on the road the entire
Keep an eye on that Sunday, July 12th game, because if you want Zach Wheeler to pitch in the All-Star game, he can't pitch that day.
Yeah, he can't pitch that day, so it'll be interesting. Maybe they'll bring Rangel to pitch that game and or do something like that. We'll see. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, and we'll worry about it. But then when we come back from the break, we'll play the Mets at home, then we play the Dodgers at home, and then we play the Yankees at home, which is a very interesting 3 games coming out, and then we play the Marlins. So I just thought coming back, we're going to have to play good baseball and don't lose too much out of there. As we always try to do, always to support our dear friend John Foley, open a store. Foley, it's called Foley's, the Phillies Sports Shop. He has everything from the 2008 World Series to everything you want, All-Stars. I mean, you find Chase Utley stuff, you find Max Schmidt stuff, Steve Carlton, everything you want. You can also shop at his online store, which is www.foleysonsouth.com. And if you make an order of $75 and above, you would immediately get free shipping. So let's go in and support. I mean, here are some of the things that you'll find in the store. He has the coolest logo. I love his logo. So he has Phillies, Flyers, Eagles, and Sixers in the
Philly shirt is really cool too. By the way,
it is really cool. But you find everything: Mike Schmidt stuff, Schwarber. There's our friend Brandon March. I mean, kudos to Brandon March. I'm so happy for him.
We have to give this shout out to John. Derek Hill's going to be at that store. I think it's on the 17th.
Yeah, so we'll know. We'll ask him and we'll promote it. Look. We do this because he's a friend of the family and he's a great guy. We love to support him, and he put this for all the fans. So if you guys get an opportunity, just go to his website, foleysonsouth.com, and look at all the great stuff that he has. It's always great to support him. I cannot thank you enough, guys, for being here with us today. Nick, first of all, congratulations. Front page of the sports section in the Philly Inquirer. Come on, show it to us.
Right there.
I mean, I promise you that I will do something.
It'll be available digital tomorrow.
I'll make sure to have it next week during the show, or the following, not next week, but the following week. Yeah. We'll have it on the show. What you've done, I mean, for me personally, when I was doing the broadcast for the Phillies in Spanish was incredible. You brought the campanazo to life. I mean, there's still a few campanazos left, so hang tight, and you'll hear them very soon. So.
Appreciate that.
But thank you so much, Nick. Thank you. As you know, I always call you my MVP. Where can we follow you in social media with all the great stuff that you have?
@_Piccone on Twitter and TikTok. I'm on Blue Sky @Piccone and @Piccone Nick on Threads, so you can see the radio clips on those platforms, and you can read my writing at Crossing Broad.
Crossing Broad, there's the man. How about you, Kyle?
You can find me on all social media @KyleFisher45. I'm on X, Instagram, YouTube. I'm actually Kyle Fisher Media. And on Blue Sky as well, Kyle Fisher 45. You can catch my writing over at metrophiladelphia.com. We have a really, really deep team over there, taking a lot of different angles, a lot of on the ground reporting, a lot of opinion pieces, but you'll find great stuff for all the major sports over there. And you can check out my podcast that I do with my brother at Bro Glove Podcast on X. The Brotherly Glove, the Philly Sports Podcast. Me and my brother have over 30 years combined in sports media. He has almost 20 years of elite sports research at the highest level for live events and studio events across the country. So
I will say this, John Fisher was the GOAT of CBS Sports and still should be there.
That's he's doing well now. That's what matters. So
yeah, exactly. He's doing well now, but yeah, I can say that.
Tim Kirchin called him one of the greatest sports researchers of all time recently on his podcast. So if you are interested in elite sports research, check out Brotherly Glove.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Brotherly Glove. I see what you did there.
Oh, yeah.
Brotherly Glove. So, guys, enjoy the All-Star game. It's in our city. Let's make them proud. It's going to be a very, very special occasion for the 250th anniversary of our country. I mean, it's like, look, this is really special, and let's make the best out of it, and let's show the world what Philly is all about. So thank you so much for being with us, Nick, Kyle, Jeff. Yep. You're the best, brother. I'll see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow in Philly's fastball in 97.3.
See you tomorrow.
Okay, take it easy, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Guys. Go Phils. Let's go.
Thank you. Go Phils.
Thank you, guys.
Lanzamiento, aquí viene un batazo de Mundito entre right center field, la bola pica, se extiende, viene anotando Stott, empata el juego, también manda para la bola Turner anota y los Phillies se van arriba. Se prepara, Mundito en segunda, el lanzamiento, batazo profundo para el center field, la bola se va, Schwarber Bob, ¡campanazo! Aquí viene el lanzamiento. Swing y lo ponchó.